Hello, everyone. Welcome to 10 Minutes Astrology. Hi, Alejo. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you, Rod?
Well, not too bad, not too bad. We're so busy, very busy at this moment. And I think last time you mentioned about you have a workshop coming up soon, right?
Yes, I have a workshop coming up. It's going to be 3 sessions. It's starting on the 9th of July. And basically, it's about natal chart analysis. So it's about how, when you get a chart, you have so much information, how to understand what to prioritize, how to understand how to weave the different elements together in order to create a full report or a full understanding of the chart that you could then deliver to a potential client. So it's a very practical thing. It's a very practical workshop. We're going to work with a specific chart through the 3 sessions to kind of unleash everything, unleash, what a word, to discover everything that the chart can, maybe not everything, but many of the possible meanings from the chart. And yeah, it's going to be in the Faculty of Astrological Studies. So all you need to do is go to astrology.org.uk and you can sign up.
Yeah, perfect. But also, I want to mention about the another great event both you and I are working on is the Astrological Association's annual conference. This year will be from 27th of August to the 31st of August. And I will give a workshop and I will focus on, this time I'm going to focus on astronomy. So I'm planning to a kind of a, 2 hours workshop with how to working with these understanding the movement of a planet on the ecliptic and how to observe them in the sky and how to see them, how to film them. That would be interesting. But Alejo, you also have your, I think it is the closing plenary, right?
Ah, yes, I have the closing plenary. Don't remind me because I'm so
Uh,
stressed about it. Yes.
don't be, Alejo. I believe it would be great. So I know because it's Neptune in sixth house. I don't know. There is a argument there always when we talk about sixth house. Does sixth house really related to work?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think in some ways because it's what we do every day, and most of the time we
Hmm.
live in this, can I say bad word? We live
Oh,
in this
industrialized word.
F word society in which we have to work so much. So, yes, I would think so. In an ideal society in which is not so focused on production, maybe the sixth house is about enjoying ourselves. Maybe we should have to change the houses.
Interesting. I like that. So maybe that is like if what we are going to do is enjoy ourselves. So what do you do in your life? I enjoy myself.
Exactly. I have a friend actually who it's so interesting because when people ask her to introduce her, they say, "What do you do?" And she answers, "I live life." And people ask her like, "Yes, but what do you do? Like, what is it that you do?" That's what I do. I enjoy life. I live life. I eat. I breathe. I sleep. No, but what do you do? And people start asking questions, and she never answers like what her work is.
I
Yes.
I like this mentality, but also I think this is also maybe a approach, and approach could
Yes.
be.
Yes.
Go on, tell us.
You go. But I didn't think about it while I was saying it,
I
but I
know.
started thinking about it while I was saying it.
Yeah, it is an approach. While the transiting Neptune in sixth house, you will go with flow. You will go with flow in your life. It could be very relaxed.
Yeah. And the daily activities that usually define you, they stop defining you. So you're just like, what is it that I do? It can be like this moment of confusion. What is it that I need to do every day and that I normally I'm doing in a ritualistic manner?
I know. It's very interesting because in another way, maybe some people will feel like very confused in every daily routine. So where am I? What should I do? Should I do this? Should I do that? And everything seems disorganized in the daily routine. So when people ask you, so what do you do during the transiting Neptune in the sixth house? You will be like, I have no idea, and probably totally f up, and but thinking in another way, like usually there's sometimes my client will ask me, say, I have no idea what I'm doing, and I really
Yeah.
really don't know what I'm doing. I say, maybe you are here. just to experience it. Just the life itself, to understand life itself until you find your purpose or some your calling coming out during that time. If not, why not just enjoy this kind of floating on the sea, transiting Neptune?
Yeah, I totally agree. But I can understand it can be quite frustrating also
I
to feel
know.
like you're completely lost. Like people who feel like suddenly they feel like their daily rituals, the thing they used to do every day that gave so much consistency to their life, suddenly it starts to seem meaningless because they are confused about why they're doing it. They are confused what's the purpose they are doing this, and they get a little bit maybe they find they don't have the energy to do these rituals
Hmm.
anymore, so they
Hmm.
feel like very kind of lost. And yeah, so I think
Yeah.
it can be quite frustrating. And the more kind of mundane, like everyday example, to go to the supermarket to buy
Mhm.
milk, and then you come back home with a bag full of stuff and you realize that you forgot to buy the milk. These things happen with the transit in Neptune in the sixth house. And
Well, with someone who have NATO Neptune 6 house, I 100% agree with you. Every time
ah,
when I went to supermarket, I have a shopping list, but if I don't do it, I'll just come back. Oh my God, milk, milk.
you
I
do the
went to,
shopping list, but then you forget to look at the shopping list.
and it's like that was the purpose that I made that trip to supermarket because I need milk. And I
Yeah.
come back with a lot of confessions, sweets, cookie, fried chicken, hams, vegetable, hummus, and then, oh, milk. Oh no, I have to do it again.
Yeah. This is total Neptune in the six. It could also be that perhaps we're becoming more empathic, more intuitive in an
Hmm.
everyday way. It could also
Hmm.
be, again, we were talking yesterday, yeah, the other week about the Neptune in the fifth, finding joy in spirituality and how it
Hmm.
might be shifting our sense of spirituality to
Hmm.
make it more aligned to who we are. And so here in with Neptune in the sixth, maybe there's also about our rituals, our spiritual rituals that are
Hmm.
changing. Maybe we feel we need to create new rituals that are more engaging, that are more meaningful, that are that connects with something more transcendental. So actually, it's a great moment to start therapy, for instance, or to go to start a meditation course. To kind of
Hmm.
allow ourselves to give this room in which again, this idea of not doing, we don't have to do something. We kind of engage with some transcendental reality. Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. I like this idea. That is the transit Neptune in the sixth house, and there is a lot of potential, to be honest. It's a lot of potential. Neptune bring us a lot of idea in the everyday's life. So next week, we are going to move into a angular house now, seventh. That would be quite interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, be ready. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Everything is
so
going to change.
yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.